Hey folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out the new Europa Wager expansion, which is available for 15 bucks should you wish to pick it up for yourself. Obviously, you'll need Offworld Trading Company in order to play it. So what does this new expansion have to offer? Well, it's a couple of things. There's 12 new scenarios to try out. If I jump into single player, for example, there's limited supply, blue chip ventures. These are from previous expansions and the like. And then you've got the Europa Wager, which are the new scenarios that you can play. As evidenced, I really haven't gotten into them, nor have I really played the previous ones. I play games like this for the skirmish mode. That's what I enjoy. And luckily, Europa is available. Europa, by the way, is one of Jupiter's smaller moons. It's very cold and hospitable, obviously, and building on that moon is fairly difficult, and you'll see that here. So on Europa, there are a couple of new structures. There's the methane extractor, there's the gas plant, and the hydrothermal plant. And for the most part, these new structures allow you to generate power in different ways. Methane is abundant, for example, so methane extractor is an obvious choice for generating power. The gas plant will allow you to turn fuel into power, and then the hydrothermal plant acts a little bit like the geothermal plant, where there's like one or two spots on the map that you can plop it down and harness, all that energy in order to generate power. So let's just go ahead and jump into the skirmish, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so, yep, location, Europa. Mars and all that are from previous expansions, but we're going to jump into Europa. Medium size is fine. Preset map, there's default or custom. Map type, normal is fine, but you can choose like methane ice field, craters, chaos. Just normal's good. And we're going to do AI player, and I'm going to keep it on the applicant difficulty level just so that I can explain what I'm doing as I'm playing, and I don't like a challenge when I'm trying to commentate, because, commentating is difficult enough for someone that is antisocial like myself. So let's just go ahead and we'll jump into that. Okay, so if you've played Offworld Trading Company before, then you should be somewhat familiar with how this all works. For those of you tuning in for the first time, this is an economic real-time strategy game. There are a ton of resources off to the left, and you'll be collecting these resources by placing down harvesters and the like. And based on how much of that resource is being utilized, the price will fluctuate up and down. If there's a shortage of a resource, for example, you'll see the price go up on the market, making it more expensive to buy. Likewise, if you can capitalize on that resource, you can sell a ton of it at a really great price and make a lot of money. Whereas, let's say everyone is producing water, and so much of it that it's saturating the market, well, the price of it's going to go down. So I do like that this game has a fluctuating market based on what's going on. So what we're going to do in the very beginning here is just sort of scan around, see where we want to land our headquarters. There's 4 to choose in the bottom left-hand corner there. This is...
High levels of water
okay.
found.
Water is typical on Europa here. So we're going to see a lot of water. It looks like there's silicon, possibly, or is that clay? Yeah, it's silicon. And that's, looks like iron. Okay, so I kind of want to put down right here. I am tempted to see what's over here. The longer we take doing this, the more chance we're giving the computer to put stuff down. And it looks like there's stuff up there too. Okay. Do we want to see what's over this way? That's not too bad, actually. Oh, okay.
Levels of carbon found.
We may want to put down over here. The only downside is that...
Low levels of iron found.
The resources are kind of scattered all over the place. I don't know if I like that. I may want to put down somewhere centralized and then, like, take water from, say, here, and then I believe that's magnesium from over here. It would have been nice if there was possibly some iron over here, and then I could put down here. Again, these maps are randomly generated. Another thing to note is that because there's so much water and food production going on Europa, on the upper right-hand corner, there's import features. You can export, say, water or food for, say, steel or carbon or silicon. So there's some other options there. I want to see what's... No, nothing there. Crap. Wow. Okay. I guess we'll throw down maybe somewhere over here and hope for the best. So Seneca Development, I think, is the one I like the most, just because it's the most standard and easy to look at. The other ones, like this Diadem Trust, you can see all the crazy things going on there. Patent labs can license patents from other players. Optimization centers work 50% faster and generate a claim for each perfect technology. So on, so on, so on. So I'm just going to stick with the standard Seneca Development, and I think we'll throw down... I kind of want to throw down over here. The map will be revealed once I put down. So I want to kind of put... So there's 3 resources. There's the black and the green and the blue here. So I think somewhere dead center. All right, so there's no iron over here. Oh, there's a hydrothermal plant, rather. And there is iron there. We want to grab that before he does. So I'm going to pause it. First things first, I think we want to build this hydrothermal plant before he can grab it. So... the way this thing works, again, it's sort of like the geothermal plant. There are spots on the map that you can put it on top of, and it'll generate power for you. There's also the solar panel, which is typical. We've seen that before in previous builds. And then the gas plant, which converts fuel into power. So we're going to go ahead and do the hydrothermal. Throw that down. And then we're going to want a water pump. So we're going to put that on top of the 3 there. The higher the stack, the better. We're going to want some food, so we're going to throw that down. Some oxygen, we'll throw that down. Some fuel. Now, this is the methane extractor. There are spots on the map that we can, put this on top of. I kind of want to, let's just do something like this. That's fine. And we're running out of resources and money, so we'll construct... I kind of want to construct the iron first because there's only 1 deposit near me, whereas there's a couple over here. I'm not seeing... Iron's going to be very, very rare on this map. Someone's going to have to go all the way up here to get this iron. Man. Okay, I kind of want the iron first. Alright, so we'll put that down. We only have 1 claim left, so I have to pick and choose. Do I want the magnesium, or do I want the iron? And based on the rarity of the iron, I'm going to go ahead and take the iron, which is right here. And the reason I'm not going after these up here is because there is travel time to consider. Ships will launch from your headquarters to pick up these things and then bring them back, so it's a far distance. And I'm saying this for the benefit of new players. You experienced ones out there will know how that all works.
Scientific HQ has been founded.
Okay, so I have no claims left. I have to upgrade my headquarters. I need magnesium and steel, which means because I'm choosing the metal mine, I'm going to have to buy the magnesium once I get enough money. I hate debt. So now we're just waiting for our buildings to construct at this point. We're at 50% for that. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward time while I wait. There's nothing I can really do right now until this thing is built. Debt is accumulating. Alright, there we go. So now we have a surplus of power. Power is the only resource in this game that doesn't accumulate, unless you have like a specific patent for it.
Black market is
So right now I'm automatically selling. The price is what, 57 right now per tick. So I'm making that money back. Yep, and I paid off my debt in the process. So that's good. All right. At this point, water's at 28. What's water looking like? There's plenty of water over here, so I'm not really worried about that. Europa, on every map that I've ever played so far with this expansion, Europa has a ton of water always. And that's one of the reasons why we can export it for other resources per the upper right-hand corner here. So there's a couple of strategies. And we can just pay for the water, which is going to be cheap anyway, or we can produce a lot of it, then export that water for other materials, which might be beneficial to us. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and, 4.9K. We've got this. Yeah, we've got the money to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that, because we need more claims, basically. You can also get claims per the bottom right-hand corner. There's this purchase bribe. That's not always there, though. This is like a black market. This slew of abilities will change. For those of you new to the game, these are like one-off abilities that you can purchase, and they either buff you or hurt your opponent in different ways. Food. We're losing food. It's the price on it's actually not bad at 49. I don't want it to go. I don't want to have to start paying for food, so I think we're going to put another one down. That leaves us with 4 claim tiles left. We do want to start constructing this metal, or producing metal, so we're going to put that there. And because we have the same building type next to each other, they will benefit. There's a 50% bonus on both of them. Likewise, if I do that again, this is now a 75% bonus. So you want to put down like buildings next to each other whenever possible. That's why I put this greenhouse farm next to this greenhouse farm. Alright. We're losing water, 0.2. Not a big deal. We can always, do more if we wanted, but... I think producing steel, is a good idea. We'll go with that. The methane extractor does give us a little carbon, so I'm not in any hurry to start putting that down. There's a methane extractor for that as well. But I don't think we really need to worry about that. Not right now, anyway. Chemicals. I do like chemicals because I like to put down, like, patent labs and the like. The patent lab will allow you to just basically research better technologies to help you out. The optimization center improves the production of the buildings that you see here on your build list. The hacker array lets you adjust the prices on the market. The pleasure dome just gives you passive money. And then the offworld market lets you export money in a different, or export resources in a different way in order to gain. There's a separate market for shipping off-world. So if the price of water is 46 right now, if I were to ship it off-world, it might be worth, I don't know, 3 times that. It all depends on, what the game assigns to it. Okay, we want silicon. That is, that's tempting. I think I'll take that one. It's right next to my opponent, though. Hopefully he doesn't grab it before I do. Alright, power, fuel, and carbon for that. Yeah, we'll put down that. We need that. Throw that there. My strategy is to produce a little bit of every resource. That way, if there's a fluctuation in the market, I have, I have a way to sell and make money. Tile. Do I want an empty tile? It's this tile right here. I mean, sure, I don't care. Alright, you can have it for 6 grand. It's basically a claims at this point.
Sold.
Yeah, you can have it. You do what you want with it. The further he goes into debt, the better. There's a patent that you can take that I absolutely love to take all the time. Is the financial instruments receive 25% cut from the rival's debt interest. So that means that if the more in debt he is, the more money I receive, which is great. Okay, an eclipse soon prevents all solar-based production from working. Well, luckily we have a hydrothermal plant, so that's not going to bother us too much. All right, we are consuming more fuel than what we're producing, so we're going to want a new one of those soon. Another methane extractor, maybe. We can put that here. Need more claims. All right, I guess we'll upgrade. 4.4K, we've got it. Actually, I'll wait. 0.3 per second. The optimization center is a great way as well. Again, the optimization center will increase the production of your building types. So if you're like just in the negative, just in the red, and you don't want to put down another building, you can increase the production via the optimization center, and it'll just sort of break you even or put you in the positive again. All right, I do want a pleasure dome. I like these. It generates money for me. Yeah, I think we'll put that down. 80 bucks though, really? That's it? Eh. Alright, maybe we'll wait on that. Yeah, let's go with either the patent lab or the optimization center instead. I'm going to go with the optimization center and start generating more resources. So we'll put that down there. That was all of my money. We do have a lot of food. I'm going to go ahead and sell it. It's 100 bucks per tick. Alright, so there's that. I just sold 100. And oxygen is quite low. We may want another oxygen thingy. I don't like the whole auto-off thing.
Optimization center is ready.
I always want them to be
Time
on.
To start improving everything.
Huh. Water is at 78. Alright, well now that our optimization center is up and running, we are producing chemicals. Let's take a look at that. There's power production, which we're at 1.4. That's fine. Water. You know what? Let's do fuel first because we're lower on that than we are on water. So we'll do fuel and we'll do water. Well, that's actually kind of stupid. The reason being, we may want to, like I said earlier, build a bunch of water or harvest a lot of water so we can start trading for some of these other resources. So rather than increase water production, we'll just put another building down. I think that would be much easier. We'll make a lot too because we have this adjacency bonus here. Rather, let's go ahead and increase the production of our chemicals. The more chemicals we can make, the more research we can do. So we'll do that. We'll do that a couple of times, actually. We also want to improve, say, steel, because we need a lot of steel for upgrading. And glass and electronics at some point, but we're not there yet. All right. Speaking of water, let's put that there. All right, we have 4 claims left until we have to upgrade our headquarters again. All right, methane. We'll go ahead and put this down there. All right, patent lab. We've got plenty for that, so we'll just throw that down, I guess, there. This is an alternate skin, in case you're wondering why it's a Rubik's Cube or a popsicle for the Offworld market. This is just an alternate skin set that you can enable. That's what I like to see. We're in the green on everything we have. So I'm thinking electronics next. What's the Pleasure Dome now? 84 still. It's not even worth it. Like, if it were in the hundreds, maybe, but $84? It might be because there's already Pleasure Domes somewhere else, possibly.
The patent lab is constructed. Let's get our science on.
Alright, patent lab is ready. Let's see what his debt is 7.9k. So I'm going to start with this financial instruments. Again, 25% cut from debt rival. Or rival debt, rather. Power's getting low, so let's do this. Minus 50% power consumption. I like that. Water pumps on caves produce an extra 0.5 water. Metal mines on caves produce extra 0.5 iron and magnesium. Extra resources is always good.
A scientific HQ has been upgraded.
50% profit from Pleasure Dome. Buildings are powered with water if cheaper than power. Greenhouse farm is permanently boosted. Sure. Solar panels is always on. We don't have any. Teleportation can teleport resources. I like that too. Alright, so yeah, we've got a lot of research going on there.
Successful.
Alright, getting low on power. Is there another hydrothermal vent anywhere? There's one here. We'll take that one. That, again, consumes water, but we've got plenty of water now. That's not going to be a problem. Note that because I'm starting to generate more water, the price went from like 60 or 70 to 38 per tick, which... it's okay. Oh wow, look at all this food we have. 154. I'm going to go ahead and sell some of that off. 120. Got a lot of oxygen, too. We may want to produce more oxygen. The price of oxygen is really high. So maybe we'll do that. Need more claims. Let's go ahead and upgrade our HQ. And I try to go for whatever's hot on the market. So maybe we'll do something like that. Steel. That's important. The price on that's decent as well. Chemical-wise, we've got 71, so let's see if we can upgrade production. Let's go with more steel, improve steel production, improve chemical production, improve electronics. Glass? It might be nice to have glass just to have it in case we need it for something, but power, oxygen, and silicon. All right, we'll throw that over here, I suppose. Eclipse. Alright, so now we've got another power plant up and running. As you can see, we're saturating the market with power. Price is going down. I don't mind. Got a ton of water, but look at the price of water now. It's $10 per water. We've got 1,000 of it. Let's go ahead and let's actually trade some of that. We've got a ton of water. Let's go ahead and import some steel. Steel is something that we need for a lot of our structures, so importing that is great. And what's cool is we can use our water to purchase some of these things, and then we can turn right around and sell that resource for a nice chunk of change. So, you know, there's a couple ways to look at it. The Pleasure Dome is now at 116. Do we really want a Pleasure Dome? There's silicon there. We've got 600 in reserve or so, so I don't know if we really want another one or not. Again, I've got tons of water. I mean, I could always trade for it. Yeah, let's do that. 100 silicon for 129 water. There. Food's looking decent. I'm going to go ahead and sell some of that off. Oxygen's looking good. Sell some of that off.
Optimization routine successful. A new claim is available for auction.
Yeah, I'll take that claim. Again, claims are just ways to build more structures. You can only put down so many buildings, or in this case, you can only claim so many tiles. That's too expensive. Look, 9,000 for a claim, when I can buy it off the black market for 3K. So, there you go. He just overpaid on a claim for 6. He could have just spent it down here, but whatever. Offworld market. I think we're going to want one of those. We'll throw that here. The price of water is really crappy, for example, but it might sell for a lot off-world. We'll see. We have a ton of iron right now. A ton of magnesium. Teleportation acquired. Alright, minus 50% sabotage damage for buildings 1 tile away from your headquarters. Not a whole lot I want at this point. Buildings on or adjacent to a geothermal plant. Energy. Energy backup is nice. Do I really need it, though? I mean, we're generating so much power at this point, I don't really need the energy vault. So we'll pass on that in favor of better production. So let's go with more electronics and more chemicals. Glasses. I guess we'll do glass. What are we low on? I guess steel again.
Let's continue to improve. The black market is open for business.
5K for another claim. I can purchase an EMP, purchase slowdown strike,
Offworld
purchase a
market
drill,
is settled. Our fortune awaits.
underground nuke. I like that. Knocks down all the resources in a tile by 2 levels. I'm curious. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, if he's doing something with it. This elemental quarry, he's using that. If I can knock out his carbon production, that would be great. What's this? Oh, that's mine. That's my silicon. I don't want to use it on myself. Let's see if we can take this out. It'll knock it from high to low.
We're not surprised.
Nope, he had a goon squad. The goon squad protects him from any sort of... Uh-oh. I think he just used it on me in retaliation. If you have a goon squad and you block an opponent's strike like that, you can steal it and then use it against him. So I think he just used it against me. So, yeah, that's bad. That's alright. I just received $1,321 from the debt interest based on my 1 patent that I have.
Optimization routine successful.
Alright, metal mine... Yeah, I'm not going to do that. At this point, I'm waiting for my Offworld market. Oh, it is ready. Okay. Okay, so water is 29k, food is 35k per launch. That's 100... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
The black market is on.
That's totally worth it. 36k a pop. Got plenty of fuel. So maybe we'll launch some of that. And what else do we have a lot of? We have a lot of... That's negative 11k. The water, though, like, I want to keep the water so that I can use it to purchase these things over here to the left. Let's go ahead and import more steel. There we go. That should be sufficient for right now. Alright, so as far as buying him out, I need a total of 338k.
Engineers have advanced our production.
We'll get that very quickly once we start exporting resources. Right now we're kind of hoarding it. We've got like 1,000 of this at 208. I want to go ahead and sell off some of that. Alright, that's good. We're up to 125k. This iron is doing pretty well for itself.
Look at all the money.
Alright, we launched the Popsicle, got some money from that. Again, the Popsicle is our off-world trading shuttle. I think I want to improve the production of iron, just because of the cost, and right now we're in the negative. I don't like that.
Our methods continue to improve.
Carbon's looking... Yeah, so these 2 resources really low, carbon and silicon, in terms of price. Glass, let's go ahead and improve that. And food... Yeah, we'll improve that a bit. Yeah, we've got plenty of money coming to us.
We have a hard-to-come-by land claim.
Extra claim.
Available to the highest bidder.
He wants it for 10 grand. You know what? Let him have it for 10 grand. Again, I'm going to get interest off of him. So, what's he at? He's at 73k debt now. So, I'm going to be getting a lot of interest off of him. So, he can spend the money for that. I'll get that. I'll get that right back.
Launch affirmative. What a payout.
253k. Let's just start buying him up. Okay, so I think we're ready to buy him out at this point. There's nothing else really to do. I mean, if you want to see a really close look at the hydrothermal plant, that's there. Again, you've got these new methane extractors, which are here. That's what they look like close up. And of course, there's a couple of other buildings. The gas plant, that's what that looks like. and we already know the solar panels, water pump. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is old, but there is a couple of new buildings for us to use. And personally, I mean, I kind of like this. I like the idea that Europa has a limited resource of almost everything except for water, so you can use that water to bring in resources that you need via the trading in the upper right-hand corner. So I like that aspect of it. Again, if you've played Offworld Trading Company before, then this sort of just... You just go with the flow with it, and it feels very natural to you. Europa just makes things a little different.
To improve.
But again, there's also 12 scenarios, which will no doubt challenge you a bit. Based on the ones that I played in previous expansions, they were quite tough. I mean, some of them were timed. You had to perform this, this, and this within a certain time limit. And that's not really my thing, but it would definitely keep you busy. Just because, I mean, it's like a puzzle. Those scenarios are like puzzles. They challenge you. Rather than you sit here and let your money accumulate like I'm doing, you have to sort of plan every step. You gotta think about what you're doing, when you're doing it, what to turn off. You know, there's a lot more strategy involved with those scenarios, whereas this is a more laid-back approach. But you do what you want. I mean, that's the beauty of this game. You can play it casually like I'm doing, or you can play a little bit more hardcore. There's multiple difficulty levels, so if this is too laid back for you, you can definitely dial it up on the skirmish modes, add more AI players, and so on. Alright, let's just buy them out. Done. So there you go, folks. That was the Europa Wager expansion. 15 bucks on Steam, should you wish to pick it up for yourself. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.